Adaptability versus ego. Why the future belongs to recovering leaders. Hello and welcome to the 10 Commandments of Leadership podcast on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Here we educate, equip, and empower emerging leaders with God-thought leadership, and we present current events and newsmakers in the light of best practices from the Bible. A March 10 article in Forbes.com entitled, "Why Leadership Adaptability is Becoming a Critical Skill for Organizations." It argued that the most valuable asset in any organization today is not what people know, but how quickly they can learn what they will need to know tomorrow. That statement should make every leader pause, because learning requires something many leaders struggle with: humility. Or to use my language, they struggle with egoholism recovering. The problem in many organizations is not a lack of intelligence. Nah, that's not the problem. It's a lack of ego flexibility. According to the article, companies were built for stability, but today's world rewards adaptability. Artificial intelligence is accelerating that change. Skills expire faster, and the organizations that will survive will be those that can evolve continuously. And here's the uncomfortable truth: many leaders can't adapt because their egos won't let them. For example, the inflated ego says, "I already know." And the deflated ego says, "I'm afraid to try." Both are forms of egoholism, both block learning, and both prevent organizations from evolving. And this is exactly why the egoholism recovering framework matters. Just look at those first 3 bonus precepts, which make up the acronym TOP. T, target the problem. Recognize the ego is distorting your leadership. O, own the problem. Accept responsibility instead of defending your reputation. And P, proceed to action. Begin changing behavior instead of protecting pride. When leaders practice these steps, something powerful happens. They become teachable again. And teachable leaders build adaptable organizations. When leaders begin recovering from egoholism, they listen more, they experiment more, they correct faster, they invite feedback, and they learn continuously. That creates a culture where people are free to grow. Instead of protecting their egos, they are expanding their capabilities. That's what's called adaptability. The article also made another fascinating point. As AI gets better at producing information, the human role shifts from generating answers to judging the quality of those answers. That requires wisdom, context, ethics, discernment. And those qualities flourish best in leaders who are recovering from egoholism. Because ego-driven leaders want to be the smartest person in the room. Recovering leaders instead want the best ideas in the room. The article concluded that the leaders who will win the future won't be the ones who predict the future the best. They will be the ones who build organizations capable of evolving alongside it. And that begins with a simple truth. Organizations cannot evolve if their leaders' egos cannot evolve. Excuse me. Which is why the future may belong to a new kind of leader, the recovering leader. A leader committed to moving every day from egoholism discovering to egoholism recovering. Thanks for joining us today for the 10 Commandments of Leadership podcast. And we'll look for you on tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central Time on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. See you then and see you there. Thanks.